Okay, good Monday morning to you all. What are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about YouTubers' finances. There's a subject that came up kind of organically over the weekend when I was perusing through recommended videos on my personal YouTube, not the work YouTube that you're watching this on. And it had to do with YouTubers that were either broke and living in their car that once were popular and had millions of dollars, or YouTubers that were going bankrupt that had millions of followers that were living in their car. And I am thinking, WTF, how? What's going on? And Sean from Actual Justice Warrior put out a vehicle 2 days ago about a YouTuber by the name of it's Innuendo Studios, and the guy's name is Ian Danskin. He's a left-leaning YouTuber, and he put this video out 3 weeks ago, basically e-begging for money to get him outside of the troubles that he put himself in financially. And how he got there just boggles my mind. It's a prime example of nobody seemed to have had a conversation with this man as to how to manage money. He his his Patreon was paying him, or still is paying him, just shy of 7K a month. If I was making 7K a month, I'd be more giddy than a schoolgirl. Like, just ridiculous. Between my wife and I, and my disability and her regular paycheck, we don't even come close to 7K a month. That's one stream of income for this guy. It's not even accounting for his AdSense and his YouTube stuff, right? That's just his Patreon. But he got on there and e-begged that, he had credit card debt to the tune of $87,000. And his community came through to the tune of $150,000 that they gave him. Now, does that solve his right now problem? Yeah. Is that going to solve his long term problem? Absolutely not. And you know why? Because nobody has sat down and talked to him about how not to recreate the problem. Nor has anybody seems to have sat down and have a conversation on how not to create the problem of, I've got this money now and I am just going to start sinking money into bad problems. You're a YouTuber. You don't need to live in a mansion. Get yourself a comfortable house somewhere in a nice neighborhood. Doesn't need to be Beverly Hills, just a nice neighborhood. Set up your YouTube room and just live comfortably. Pay it off. You own it. It doesn't need to have 20-foot walls with barbed wire fence and armed guards. Don't be ridiculous. Sock your money away, invest it somewhere nicely that you're getting a good return. So when you become unfavorable on your YouTube, because that will one day happen, I know you think you're popular forever, but it's kind of like a sports career. You're there for the moment and eventually you're done, right? You're done. Now, either you've done the right thing and you have socked the money away and you can live on your investments and savings, or you're living under a bridge in a tent. Eventually, it's going to happen. So, if somebody hasn't had that conversation with you, maybe, hopefully, you've watched this video and I am the stark reminder of your stupidity, and you can change now before it's too late. Get a financial advisor, sell the multi-million-dollar mansion on the freaking beach. You can always drive to the beach. You know that, right? Beach will still be there. Don't be stupid. You're in your early 20s. Go buy a nice house. You know, you don't have to live in California. You can take advantage of the Republican lying areas where the taxes are better. Several people have done it. High profile Democrats moved to Republican states so they can take advantage of the tax breaks. Yeah. So, like I said, this has come up consistently over the weekend. I don't know why. It just video here, video there. YouTubers having the same exact problem, one after the other, of people now living in their cars or living under a bridge or living in a tent. They've lost all their money. They've gone bankrupt. They owe the government because they weren't paying their taxes. Now, for you guys down there, it's different. They call it a different thing for your taxes. You need to figure it out. I don't know what to tell you on that. You need to get yourself an accountant so you're paying the proper taxes. Please don't think somebody's going to come after you and do it for you. You need to be proactive on this stuff. The second you become profitable for YouTube and they turn on AdSense or you're making even a little bit of money, the government's going to want their share. So go get yourself an accountant so you know that the government is taken care of. You ask your accountant about it immediately. Please. Nobody wants to see you get in trouble. Doesn't matter if you're 15, 14 years old. Don't think mom and dad are going to do it for you. Force the hand. Tell them you want to go talk to an accountant. Okay? Especially if you're super popular and all of a sudden mom and dad are working for you, because that is the relationship. Seriously. Tell them, I need to talk to an accountant. Please take me to one. And then ask the questions about, we need to pay taxes. How do we do that? All right. The federal stuff, the state stuff. You don't get in trouble where all of a sudden you owe $10, $20 million in back taxes. All right. That's enough of that because I hate taxes. I think taxes are the most ridiculous thing in the world. Oh, what else is there today? Oh, good Lord. Let's talk about Colorado, because why not? Hang on. I need some chemicals in my throat. Diet root beer. Aspartame. Wonderful stuff. All right. These far left people. Animals. Once again, what do we do with animals that get out of control? Ask JD DeLay. He was right on the money this morning. Animal goes to peaceful protest, MLK style, MLK protest. Signs, quiet, chant, pray, all the good stuff. Just the kind of protest you want outside the Israeli embassy, I believe it was, or Israeli consulate, one of the two. Palestinian supporter shows up, starts chucking Molotov cocktails, hits 6 or 8 people, lights them on fire. The people from the embassy, whatever it was, take this guy inside. They take the guy in the building. They try and calm him down, give him water. He then pulls out a Palestinian flag and starts chanting Free Palestine. Because of course he does. He should have been put down on the spot. When the police arrived, he should have been like a rabid dog. You did this. It's on video. Lights out. My other suggestion is to make a holding facility for all of these Palestinian protesters. If you think that Hamas is that wonderful, I don't care if you're a U.S. citizen or not, to be honest with you, or a Canadian citizen. They should collect you all up. Collect you all up and hold you in a holding facility. Then when they got enough of you, they should pack you into a plane with a parachute and you can be flown over and you parachute drop static line style like World War II and drop you over the Gaza Strip so you can support Hamas. Seems like a good idea to me. You guys would be right where you want to be, supporting Hamas. Right? But if you do what this guy did, and now they're saying one death without actually coming out and confirming it, or maybe they have, I don't know, I haven't read the news in the last few minutes. They're saying one person died. You don't get a parachute. You do get a flight, though. No parachute. It's too early in the day for me to start yelling. It is only 10 a.m. here. I'm sure that if something pops up, my blood pressure will go up and I'll make another video. This week's videos are going to be a little sporadic. My granddaughter has kindergarten graduation. I have to drive about an hour away for, which I am vastly looking forward to. And that's on Thursday. I know my wife is the only one that watches these so far, but in the vain hope that somebody will, I will say this. And my wife pointed out that in my anger last week, I missed saying my usual goodbye. So I will attempt to not get so mad that I miss. Opa loves you. We love you.